What's going on, everyone? This is Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics, and in today's video, we're going to talk about how I spent $50 while going to comic book shops in Kansas City and show off what I got. Before we do that, though, make sure you guys like, subscribe, tell your friends, consider joining the channel as well. So I went to KC the other day to drop off my sister and her husband at the airport, and I decided to take advantage of a couple comic shops that were local to the airport, and I got a few really cool things. I spent $50 total. I think it was actually like 52 bucks or something like that. But I wanted to show off what I got and also do a little bit of a rant. I'm not going to say what the comic book store was, but I'm going to talk about it here in a second. But I want to show off one of the things that I got while I was at one of the places. This is what I feel like DC's best thing that they've been doing recently. And this is the DC Compacts. You can get one of these stories for $9.99. I got the All-Star Superman story by Grant Morrison. I remember reading the Superman Day special and really liking it, and so I wanted to give this a try. For $9.99, you can't beat it. Look how thick that is. Pretty excited about it. It is small, so obviously if you compare that to like a trade paperback, I mean, it's pretty significant in terms of like the size difference. But, I mean, still, you're getting an entire storyline for $9.99. They've been doing this a lot recently with some other books, and I'm going to make a whole nother video on that, like Kingdom Come and a few other things as well. And I just feel like this is pretty cool. For $9.99, you get the whole story. So that is one of the things I bought. I also got a couple of facsimiles here. This is Teen Titans number 60. The first time that, Brave and the Bold 60, featuring the Teen Titans. The first time that they are actually called the Teen Titans. Pretty cool here. Just a facsimile. I wanted to get it to read it because I've never actually read it, and it's pretty good. It holds up pretty decent for being from, I think, 1965. 1965. So yeah, Brave and the Bold 60, featuring the Teen Titans. The first time that they're actually called the Teen Titans, even though their first appearance is in the Brave and the Bold 54. Got another facsimile here. This is Swamp Thing number 37. First appearance of John Constantine. Another facsimile. I wanted to read it, have it in my hands. I've not had a chance to read this yet, but I'm going to very shortly. And both of those were $3.99 each. So what is that, like 18 bucks? This next thing is the most expensive thing that I got. And I've been wanting to get this for a while, but I kind of forgot about it, honestly, until I saw it at the store, and I was like, you know what? I definitely want to get this. This is the Ultimate Collection Volume 1 for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mirage run. They have volumes 1, 2, 3, and even more. This collects issues 1 through 7, plus a Raphael one-shot. Which obviously, you know, behind me I have all of them, but it's nice to read them back to back to back to back. This one has a little bit of messed up on the side, but who cares? This was $29.99. So after tax and everything, spent about $50. That is a comic haul. Now here's the rant. So I went to one comic shop in Kansas City. I was the only person in the whole building. It's the first time I've been to this place at this location, looking at different stuff. And I went to their back wall, and I was standing in front of it, and I was asking to see one of the comic books that I had actually been wanting to get for my collection for a couple of years now. I just can't seem to find it in the right grade for the right price. And they had one. It was a Vengeance of Bane issue number 1. It had it for $100, and I was like, hey, can I see that book off the wall? And the lady goes, sure. She brings it over, and she goes, I actually can't let you look at it. And I was like, thinking to myself, oh, meaning, I'm assuming she's meaning like she can't let me look at it out of the bag, which is fine. Like, I just wanted to take a look at it in the bag, or at least on the counter in front of me, so I could see, an estimated grade, even though there apparently was an estimated grade on the back. And so I still go to reach for it. And she goes, no, sir, like, you can't actually hold it. If you wanted to see the condition, you have to see it as I'm holding it here. And that immediately turned me off. And I said, no, I'm good. It's okay. You can put it back. Like, I don't want any part of that. Like, I don't know how, like, that could not be a turnoff for a buyer. or I don't know how they expect to sell anything if you're not letting people like at least touch the comic book even in the bag, or at least say, hey, we can put it on a counter and you can take a look at it there. No, she's like, no, you have to take a look at the condition of me holding it here. You can't actually hold it. And like I said, that immediately turned me off. Like that actually really made me mad. Like immediately after she said that, I said, no, I'm good. I don't want it anymore. I don't even want to take a look at it. In fact, I'm ready to check out. In fact, I almost put back the stuff that I was going to buy because I was so frustrated with that, honestly. Like it immediately made me very mad. I probably shouldn't have got that upset, but I tried not to act like it, but like I think she could tell, like, obviously this person was upset. And I just want to say, like, if you have a comic book store and you don't want people to touch your comics, why even have a comic store? Like, how do you ever expect to sell like expensive books or books at all if you don't let people touch them or take a look at them? Because I can't just take this person's word for it that this is what the grade is on the book. Like, I want to inspect it for myself. You know what I mean? Because there's a pretty significant difference between a 9.0, which is like a near mint minus, to a 9.8, which is a near mint plus plus, right? Like, there's a significant difference in the value because she said it was a near mint. And for me to not even be able to take a look at it was very frustrating for me. Very, very, very frustrating for me. And apparently they had some books stolen recently. I get it. But like, I was the only person in the entire store. She could have offered to put it on the counter for me to look at it. She could have said, here, you know, I'll stand right next to you as you hold it and take a look at it. But no, she just said, I can't let you hold it, sir. And I understand she's doing her job. Totally get that. But the owner, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, dude? Like, seriously, I need to make a video on like some turnoffs for comic book shops, because that's not the first time something like that has really turned me off from going to stores or buying from stores, because a lot of comic book stores need to do a way better job of their customer service, especially for me, because I used to work in retail. I know that customer service is a big thing at shops. So I don't think I'll ever be going back to that shop ever again because of their rules there and the way they conduct business. I don't like it. Maybe I'm just, you know, getting too upset. I don't know. But it was pretty frustrating for me, like I said, going there and I was, you know, an interested buyer in a $100 comic book, and to not even be able to take a look at it in my hands was pretty frustrating. And so, like I said, I don't know how they expect to sell any books if you're not letting people inspect them before they buy it. So that's today's video. Again, I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about today's video. What do you guys think about the comic book haul? What do you guys think about that comic book shop? All that and more. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, go Cats.
Cowabunga. It's morphin' time.